I just sent that one.
Play it off the phone. Good. We are in the building. It's your boy Steven the Dream. This, that, and the third interview series, CIAA edition. As always, this, that, and the third, we bringing out all of our stars in the city. People are coming to the city, so they need to find out what's going on here. And we shining the light on all the ones that's worthy of getting the light shined on them. I got to my right, my guy, known him for a while. Been rapping for a while, doing his thing. A true artist at his best. His second appearance on this show. Got Braille Rhymstone in the building. What's good, man?
What's going on with you, brother?
It's good to have you back, man.
Oh yeah,
You-
always, man.
You the first two-time guest on the joint, you know. I want to ask you, as I ask everybody, what is your CIAA plans and what is your favorite CIAA moment?
Mm. Can't really tell you if I have a CIAA moment. You know, I just be out here working so much, man.
Okay.
I'm actually this weekend. I've been putting in a lot of work the past couple weeks, getting the album finished. You know, getting songs done and all that stuff. So this weekend, I'm actually gonna be spending it with my daughter.
Okay, nice,
After,
nice.
After this, I'm gonna go pick her up and take her through a few things.
Did your daughter listen to your music?
Oh yeah.
She like it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If she didn't like it, would she tell you?
Yeah, that's the most
Okay.
honest. That's the most honest 4-year-old I ever met in my life.
Usually the kids is gonna really let you know.
Mhm.
I think there should be like study groups if there aren't already. When you just play your music for the kids, if it's worth clean, worthy of playing, and just let them tell you.
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
keep it honest.
she'll tell me if she hear one little cuss word, she'll say something too.
That's funny, man.
she put me in check all the time.
Kids gonna put you in check, bro.
Mhm.
Well, it's good to have you back on here, man. Last time you was here, we were dropping a mixtape.
Yeah.
Dropped the mixtape. Remind me the name of the mixtape again.
The mixtape was No More Designer.
No More Designer. Yeah. A lot of those joints on there I definitely enjoy. Are we getting? If I'm not mistaken, you said we was gonna get a different type of music with this.
Oh
one.
yeah.
We was gonna get something a little different with this project. Give me a little bit of what I can anticipate.
Well, the project's called Melancholy Folly.
Okay.
The premise behind it for me is, I'm tapping into the emotions I normally speak on, the stuff that I'm normally going through, but in a more aggressive, hyped up tone. So, I'm going through things, but I'm still trying to enjoy life through the process. So everything's pretty upbeat and, high strung. I got a couple. I got about 3 or 4 bangers on there. It's a 9-track album, so nothing major.
Nah, sometimes shorter is better, man. Less
Oh,
is
yeah.
more.
Yeah, I think I got a healthy little mix of everything, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But primarily, I was going for more straying away from that 90s hip hop feel I was going with the last project and just really hitting them as hard as I can this time around.
Any features or producers that you want to give out, or that people already know that you gonna work with on this one?
Well, the whole project is produced by Button Masher Music. Shout out to my homie. He produced, engineered all that. We got 1 track on there produced by Simon Something that I'm looking forward to dropping. As in terms of features, we got FaZe Gods on the project. Shout out to FaZe God. Shout out to Josh Cope from Gifted Music. He's on there.
Okay.
Pumpkin. Shout out to her. She's on the track. Are those the major ones? I don't think I have a whole lot of features on this one.
Was this done in a session? Were these features done, sent out, or was this?
It was a little bit of everything. I mean, me and FaZe got in FaZe Gang together, so
Right.
We always connect how we connect, whether it be on the internet or we link up or whatever we do. Pumpkin, I actually got her to come out. That was dope. We did that track maybe 8 months ago at this point.
8 months ago? Oh, so it's been in the tuck.
Yeah, it's been in the tuck because we linked up. I did the New Era Music Festival last year. I performed there.
Nice.
And she performed there too, and we were just vibing off of each other's performances. So we linked, exchanged numbers. She came all the way down. We was recording down in Lancaster. She drove all the way down there
wow.
and worked with us.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to dropping that track. I'm looking forward, everything me and Face God do together is always a banger. Oh, shout out my girl Nia on the track. I got Nia
Nia?
on there.
Oh, I did hear that.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
hear
you got a
that.
little snippet of that.
That's dope.
She working on her
Shouts to
music
Nia.
now, so I had to get out there as soon as I could.
I asked the reason I really asked the question if it was like a session that you guys put this together because like to me the type of artist you are, and it's not to box you in or anything, but like I could see you putting together like a Dreamville type session or
Oh.
like a artist where they all come together and it's something like that happening. Is that something that you look to do, or is that something that the Phase God and
Long term, you see, we record out of Lancaster right now,
Mm-hmm.
so we're a little bit away from everybody. But my end goal is to try to get somewhere set up closer to here so that we can connect. Cause I like working with Charlotte artists.
Right,
I like keeping
right.
it in the city. Shout out King Callis is on there.
Okay, okay.
King Callis is on the track. Ivan Allah is on the track. You know what I'm saying? So I like keeping it
Real
close
Carolina
knit.
though.
Carolina as hell. So eventually, long-term goal is going to get something up here. That way we can all just work and connect whenever we feel like it. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen, because last time we spoke, I think it was July maybe, so it's been several months. Have you seen the surgence in music that is occurring right now in the city? Have you seen the effects of it? Do you see your fan base growing because of it? Do you feel like you're a part of it? Like, talk about just the Carolina music scene and its emergence.
As of right now, I still feel like I'm kind of on the outskirts of it, but I've definitely been noticing the shift. Shout out to Baby. I've been really following his stuff since he got on.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Deuce Carleone.
Yeah,
shout out to
shout
him.
out to
He's
Deuce.
been doing this thing. De'Armond Miller. So I've been paying attention to what's going on and just focusing on my craft so I can keep up with the rest of it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing about what's going on is just the opportunities that are going to be brought to artists like yourself. Like, the eyes are here. So
Finally.
Yeah, right. But what I'm telling people is now that it's here, make sure that you give them what they're looking for. Make sure the content is there. Make sure you are providing good music, and that way it lasts. And we're not just a flash in the pan. It's gone, and then that window is shut, and now everybody's gone again like we were.
Oh, we got it, man. Like I've been telling people for years, like there's this bubble in Charlotte. There's so much good, talented music, not even just hip hop, just all genres of music just bubbling here, and all it's gonna take for a couple people to pop off. And when it pop off, you're gonna see it. It's a gold mine.
I believe it. People come to this city. We've seen it in the last weekend, of course, 2 weekends ago with the All-Star. A lot of celebrity, a lot of money, a lot of high dollar in the city. So opportunities galore. I want to kind of shift things a little bit as far as from the music. You're a person that takes care of yourself as far as like health-wise.
Oh, yeah.
How important is that to you, and like as far as your appearance, as far as making sure you're that you have that look as far as the rap, or do you not per se focus on that because it doesn't have to be that,
I've never been a big on looks type of person. I've never been a flashy type. I don't care that much. When it comes to my health, it's just because of my health. You know what I'm saying? I like to fight, so
he said I like to fight.
Yeah, so
that's another. Did we get into that? Like we got into a little bit about your fighting, if I'm not mistaken, didn't we?
A little bit, not much.
Any progression on that so far?
The past year I've just been training in jiu-jitsu primarily. I'm planning on getting back into competing, hopefully by the end of this year, if not the beginning of next year. But I've been working, getting money right, getting the music right. I had to step back from that a little bit and start focusing on everything else. But primarily I've just been focusing on jiu-jitsu lately.
I want to ask, if you don't mind, can you talk about, like, because everybody may not go through it, but I know a lot of us do, the struggle of holding on to your art and your craft and still trying to balance out life, because you mentioned you have a daughter. You going through things that you're working out in life right now too. So like, what is the balance that keeps you holding on to the craft still?
I just love it. One big thing I keep reminding myself is, how am I supposed to tell my daughter that it's okay to follow her dreams and move forward and do the things she wants to if I don't follow my own. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I could have just stopped and started working and making good money and stuff like that. You know, I make good money right now, but I could have made that the primary focus and just settled down and put all this stuff in the back. But then what I got to tell her when she started doing it?
Right.
Because there's adversity everywhere you go.
Right.
You know, no matter what you try to do, you're going to struggle in it. And there's going to be a point where you got to decide, is this worth it? Or should I just quit and do what society wants me to do, is shut down and become another worker? You know what I'm saying? And I don't want her to do that.
I'll say I like to, I don't know the exact details, but I always think back to the Bryson Tiller story. I hear he was like delivering pizzas and like put his song up one day and just saw it went off and he just left. But that leap of faith, it takes a lot that goes behind that. But again, it's like timing with everything. Like it may come a point where, you know, that's something that you have to look into if that's what you want. But you also, like you said, there's a family that you still got to attend to. There's people that are still depending on you. There's life that you got to still deal with every day. How much of that goes into the music, too? Like, do you always just flip it around and do you try to put it into the music 100%?
In terms of content?
Yeah, in terms of content.
I put it in pretty often. You know, I got to talk my shit every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I try to show that side of my life, too, and let people hear what I'm going through mentally while I'm dealing with things, because a lot of people are going through the same things and they don't speak on it.
Facts.
You know, so
Facts.
I do. I speak on it often. You know.
You've always been an outspoken person, even outside of like the music. Do you hold your voice like? Do you want your voice to ring bells in other ways as well? Like, do you ever want to jump into politics or entertainment or anything like that? Because I see you like just on Facebook, you post a lot of things that could spark conversation. Are those things you look to do as well, or you know, focus on the music and see what happens?
I definitely want to spark conversations. You know, there's a lot of things that I think need to be addressed in our country in general. You know, and I like talking about them. I like learning about, like, I've been getting really into politics lately. You know, not so much picking sides and all that stuff, but just seeing how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I do think that we down here need to know what's going on. You know, because a lot of times we form these opinions and we don't actually know the full details of what's happening. We only know what was shown to us, you know what I'm saying? So I like sparking those conversations. I don't think I'll ever get to a point where, you know, I want to be like a political leader or anything crazy like that. But, you know, seeing that people that follow and support me are also paying attention to what's going on around them, I think that's important to me.
We talked about, on the last interview, your affiliation with the government, essentially, and how like that has helped with your music in ways, and how, you know, you've been able to get it spread across the world. Is it still like that? Like, do you still get surprised when you hear your songs in different places that you may have not been able to reach if it wasn't for those connections that you have?
Yeah, sometimes. I went on Spotify looking at my, not Spotify, SoundCloud, looking at my analytics and stuff the other day and seeing I had some plays in Nigeria. I was like,
oh, that's wild.
Oh, man.
That's
you know,
wild.
that's all right. So, you know, it's. I think it's always going to feel good to see it. Like, even if I already know, like, I've got people in certain places, it's always nice to look and see that those people are still supporting, or they got other people supporting and stuff out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the fact that those analytics are out there really help you kind of connect. Because, I mean, you could have a huge fan base in a place that you never intended on going.
Exactly.
And, you know, now that that information's available, you got to know how to use it then. You know, that's when you see, am I able to book a show out there? Am I able to, you know, are there people out there looking for merchandise and stuff like that? I want to get into the music with you, but let's take a break because we want to, you know, drop some songs. I got to make sure I get the clearance before we drop this music that you're going to give me right.
Oh, you got it.
I got
you
it.
always got it.
Okay, then. Okay, so let's get into a quick break. It's This, That, and the Third interview series, CIAA edition. Braille Rhymstone is with me, Stephen the Dream. We'll be right back. Back in the building, Stephen the Dream. This, That, and the Third interview series, CIAA edition. Braille, Rhymstone is to my right. We're going to play a little bit of music for y'all. I got the okay. Like I said, I needed to make sure we was playing the right tracks, man. I leaked the whole album, fooling with me. We leaking out here. But, nah, go ahead and intro the song that we're going to play right now.
The song I'm about to play is called Glowing. It actually features my homie Lord Meth, FaZe God, Josh Cope. You know, it's just a more, in my opinion, a more grungy, northern style of music for me, which, you know, that's what I like. So I had to delve into that a little bit.
Real rap?
Real
rap on this one?
Real rap.
Okay.
I had to get the homies out for this one, so.
Let's play the track, man. It's Braille, Rhymstone. What's it called again?
It's called Glowing.
Glowing.
Let's play. Turn it up, son.
Turn it up?
Yeah. It's coming in the mic right there.
That's the Marius Lord Meth. The Marius Lord Meth? Really? Yeah, I do that.
Like an Egyptian pharaoh, only focus on profit. I guess my vision's narrow. It's been real, this ain't a phase. My nigga's thorough. That's why your girl either rockin' mine or my clips apparel. When she with me, shorty scream, it's as if your bitch in peril. She just wanna ride the wave, but she on the ship with Sparrow. Then I hit the scene so fly. I seen this Christian girl go ooh. You can say that she got an eye on a different sparrow. We'll either blame it on the fabrics or the garments, or how I break through margins and cadence like I was marching. Started from the bottom, I found it when times were hardest. I never found it like this, learned how to shine in the darkness.
Braille, Rhymstone. Glowing. This, That, and the Third interview series. Hey. Lord Meth?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Lord Meth. Hey. Just switch it. You good. No?
Josh Cope.
Oh, okay. Gifted music in the building. Glowing. Hey.
Yeah, we eating out there, boy.
Okay.
I told you.
Okay, I like that.
Yes, sir.
That was run it back. Run it back. God damn it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You can't give it to it like that, man. That was okay, that's how you coming on the tape?
Oh, I told you.
I like that. I like the features you had on Everybody Came Hard. Do you let me ask you this, man. Let me calm down. That was nice. This is That and the Third interview series. Braille Rhymstone. Just hit us with some fire. So fire. Do you ever hear a verse and go back? You ever have to go back? Right. Have you been made go back? Has someone ever, put a song and you were like,
no,
nah, let me do this one over, bro. You eating.
No, and I don't think I ever will.
Okay. Okay.
I like the competitive aspect of hip hop.
But what if you didn't go first? What if you got it in and you didn't?
Because the way I look at it, dog, is if you got me on my track, I'm just gonna get you on the next one.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that on chance. Because it's art at the end of the day, man. People love it, and I'm not gonna, try to knock that. It's authentic. It come how it come, and I'll take an L for a good song. You know what I'm saying? But just know the next time it ain't gonna be the same.
Okay, I see what you did. Yeah. So now I know what I need to do to you. Okay, that's interesting, man.
I love the competitive aspect of hip hop, bro. That's why I love doing music. I love doing features with people. You know what I'm saying?
I heard in an interview, Offset mentioned that like content music is coming back. Like, what does that feel like for a person that's always been putting out content music? Like when you hear that person say that, who we have associated with Mumble Rap. Great album. Father of Four, great album. I loved it. I love the features. Love the intro, by the way. That's probably the best song. I listen to that song every day since it's come out.
Anybody that gets CeeLo Green on the track got respect in my book regardless.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But as he said, like, to hear Amigos say that, that is a huge difference than what we would probably expect from them. Does that give you any, like, okay, they're paying attention, or like, I know I just need to keep going? Like what do you think about that comment?
To me, it's just like, I appreciate hearing it, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't change really anything that I'm doing. I'd already gotten into that mindset where I'm going to make the music I want to make. I never felt like I needed to compromise or anything. So it's like, it's cool to hear them say, all right, it's good, the content's coming back. Right. But I was going to still do the same thing regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Right. As you should, man. You stayed consistent the same way. So I don't think people could go through your catalog and find where you were trying to, you may have tried to make the radio hit per se, or the song to strike, but it's still been about the bars, about the rapping.
Always.
About the metaphors.
Always.
Are there any rappers that you listen to that you would say, dang, that's a level that they doing that thing? Like their level of rap is different level, high tier. You can name people we know, people we don't know, but
Black Thought is the greatest rapper of all time.
Black Thought.
I'll say that.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
In terms of,
I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not about to sit here and get slandered. You got it.
In terms of other artists that really, like, you talking from a lyrical aspect?
Lyrical. I'm talking when they get busy with the
King Los is one. Yes, I always go to him when I want to hear some lyricism. Crooked Eye, Royce the 5'9" been doing a lot lately. That Jid kid. JID out of Dreamville. I really like him. I just finally started listening to his projects and stuff, and he's really doing his thing too.
Are those some of the people that you listen to? Nah, that ain't it, or
it hurts sometimes.
I'm sure it does, especially when they're close. I'm sure it does.
I remember I sent James something like a couple weeks ago, and I sent it to him in full confidence. I'm like, this is that one right here. You know what I'm saying? I sent it to him. He sat there, he listened to it, and he was like, it's not your best work. So I had to tone down. I was like, all right, well, I'm still gonna release it, but
right. But as an artist though, like if you feel like you put together something, 100 people can tell you it ain't it. But if you feel like it is, like, I encourage artists to get it out. Like, people really didn't like the Yeezus project from Kanye, I think. But I think Kanye was probably going through a lot of stuff to where he had to get that out. And no matter how many people probably sat there and was like, I don't know if this is it, bro. I don't know.
I think artistically that was still one of his best projects too.
But
even with me, being a big Kanye stan. All through his career, it took me about 3 plays to really start feeling where he was coming from on that project.
But I think he had to put it out though, man. It got us. What's the project before Father or Pablo? Like, it got us to the life of Pablo, in my opinion. It was, that music had to be made. Are there any times that you put songs out that you don't release at all because you just literally just wanted to make the song and all right, I got it out?
No, I've got plenty of songs like that. You know, I've got songs from 2014 that have never seen the light of day. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably see the light of day.
But not because they're not songs you don't want to release because the quality is just you just don't.
They don't fit the mold of what I'm trying to do at the time. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's something I had to get out. Like I probably got a whole album of just dark tracks from when I was in a really dark place and I was just writing some.
Is there like an alter ego behind Braille Rhymes? Is there another?
There might be, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna talk about that.
But I let it, I never released it. You know, I was in that mood, I made the music, I got myself mentally through that mood, and then I just put it all in the chamber, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it might come out, it might not come out.
Nice. Braille Rhymstone in the building with us. This is that in the third interview series. Before we get out of here, we definitely want to play another song, but I want to ask you, you having a daughter, does your daughter sing ever? Like, is she musically inclined, or
She dabbles in it.
do you worry about just knowing how the business is and just knowing what you may have gone through or seen? Do you ever worry about your kids jumping into music and how you would feel about that?
I don't think worry would be the word.
Okay.
I definitely pay a lot of attention to what's going on around me and what I'm getting involved into. And I feel like the more I know about the industry, by the time she does decide she wants to do something, she's got me in the cut.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that's my goal, is just making sure I have the knowledge so that whatever my daughter's trying to do, I'm ready to be a part of it.
Dope, man. Dope. I want to let you give an opportunity to let you tell the people about the project one more time. If you don't mind, maybe blessing us with another snippet, just on the way out, just another snippet, man. I don't know.
The album's called Melancholy Folly.
Okay.
Produced by Button Masher Music. A lot of local features. It's a more aggressive project than what I'm used to, but lyrically, you're getting what you always get from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited for it. It comes out June 7th.
Okay.
And I do got a single for you.
You
that
do
will
have
be
a single?
dropping this weekend, and I will happily play that for you so they get to hear it first.
This, that, and the third. I told y'all. Exclusives. That's what we doing out here, man. I like the fact that I don't know how often I'll repeat interviews on this series, only because I don't know if that's what the people will want. But I felt like the people wanted more from your interview, just based on our first one. I know it was more that I wanted to get from you to provide for the people. So I'm glad you came back, man, to tell you the truth. Cause
You always got one of me, brother.
hey, man, I appreciate that. Well, let's get into the song, man, before we get out of here.
Yes,
This, that, and the third interview series, man. CIAA edition, I told y'all. We got the stars in the city, man. Y'all just got to come to the right platform to find them. I got them here for you. Artists, business owners, clothing brands, producers, DJ. It don't matter, man. You need to come on this platform, talk to the people so they know when they come to Charlotte, when they come to the Carolinas, they need to come holler at you. So what's the song we're going to play, man? What's the single?
It's called You Know.
You Know.
Yes, sir.
Braille Rhymstone, man. This, that, and the third. Exclusive before the project even drops, before the single even drops, man. Let's get into it. Catch y'all on the next one, man. I'm Steven the Dream, Braille Rhymstone. Let's play the record, man.
You know what I came for. If you ain't got a nigga lay low, before you end up with a halo, cause you know what I came for. The way I whip it to the chains, got me feeling like I'm Django. They ask me what your life like. Is your soul in the right light? Did you sell it for the right price? Tell me what your life like. Is your soul in the right light? Did you sell it for the right price? As I string together lines that clothesline your coalition and go fishing with those lines to catch the fishes that float by. I'm co-signed by no guys, by no means do I need a company to keep me company. I sow seeds and reap from peas, money trees, cause when you're cunning becomes a key of who they wanna be. Your brand is embarrassing. I'm vibrant, you pale in comparison. Frail and uncharismatic factors, I rap it like a pharaoh in a pyramid with passion. I appear to provide peril and panic. I'm parasite, you just a pharaoh guy who never will survive. I'm on fire, and if I'm firing, you parasy, I paralyze with a pair of eyes. I seem to parasite your soul. You're in a paradise that terrorize. Like, you know what I came for. If you ain't got a nigga lay low, before you end up with a halo, cause you know what I Is your soul in the right lie? Did you sell it for the right price? Tell me what your life like. Is your soul in the right lie? Did you sell it for the right price? Did you sell it for the right price? Did you sell it for the right price? They yelling run, force, run when you step in my vicinity. Recognize your enemies, weaponized with energy. A youngin' in the game, they checking my identity. It's Braille if you listening. Braille, is you feeling me? Came into the industry with L to teach you chemistry, and we ain't never accepted the failure they presented me. I'm in a presidential smoker for my serenity, and we been taking shots to the head like John Kennedy.
But man,
Okay, both. Okay.
Dog for son. Parkinson's. Never park it, son. In the back is your coffin, son. Leave you 6 feet deep, then I lay low, fucking your hoe for free. I don't put her on the payroll, she do it cause she like it. But that ain't something they know, cause me, I slang the D inside is like Django.
Okay.
One direction, I'm more like Zango. I walk a contradiction, my boss hold my halo. I walk with the affliction, only cured by the payroll. Music is my addiction, this is what I'm made for. They know the flow is concrete and yours Play-Doh. Claiming you a god, I'm kicking in your main door with 2 blades and a lot of angle. Kratos, you know what I came for. If you ain't got a nigga, lay low. Before you end up with a halo, cause you know what I came for. The way I whip it to the chase broke. Got me feeling like I'm Django.
You got one. You got one. You got one.